Artlist.io.
I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, now hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step. I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here.
Music licensing reimagined.
We gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on,
Artlist.io.
always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope I close and ride. Cause they know I go again. And when they in a drought, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team, they ready to go again.
Music
Running in the
licensing
glad you stay with me.
reimagined.
We don't talk, better know the grind gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always
Artlist.io.
win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top 'cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't play with my name 'cause I know that it rings. They want my spot at the top with the crown and
Music licensing reimagined.
I'ma always win.
Good evening. Once again, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Sports Chat, Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. Live and in effect on this Monday night. And what a interesting Monday night it was, wasn't it? And as always, we start the night off talking about Raw's Netflix. On Netflix. Let's get into it then, shall we? So we start the night off. Are we calling John Cena the world champion? The universal champion? Whoever he is. We know that the 17-time champ was in effect. He came through, said what he had to say. He took his little shots at Cody, pretty much saying, "Hey, the champ is here," as he used to say, but a little bit of a little malice into his voice. The crowd, they still upset with the results. I'm still upset with the results, how it ended. I really didn't like the results, how he gains the championship. But he is now the champion, so you got to put some respect on his name. But we know somebody who ain't put no respect on his name. Because as soon as he finished talking, he turned around. We saw RKO in effect as the Viper slid into the ring. Dropped that RKO on him and he just left him there pretty much. That was pretty much it for that segment. I just felt bad for Cena because he ain't see it coming, which was, nobody really saw it coming. But, he had a little fake match with Joe Hendry, so, he feeling the type of way. But anyhow, we get back into a match. We got the rematch to the tag championship. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch versus Liv and Raquel. uh, you know, Liv and Becky, excuse me. Yeah, Liv and Becky, they have their little beef. We know that from, previous years and things like that. But Lyra did what she could. She took the brunt of the punishment in this match. Becky came in, she was on fire. So she got back in, she got into the match. All of a sudden, we see Raquel doing power bombs and we see Liv after they get Becky outside the ring. Liv hits Lyra with her move, and we got a 3 count. And Raquel and Liv gained the belt back. So history was made one day. That's the shortest tag title defense I've ever seen in my life. But, Liv and Raquel back on top. After that match, Becky's got kind of upset, and she took it out on Lyra. I'm looking forward to that little quote unquote rivalry. I think I did say yesterday she's gonna try to gain the belt that she hasn't had. That's where that situation may be heading. But congratulations to Liv and Raquel on their quick title reign. Capture of the title. Less than 24 hours. Well, a little bit over 24 hours. Then we had New Day coming out to celebrate. They celebrate. We the champs. It's that and the third. Otis and, well, not Otis. Tozawa and Maxine come out. They trying to set up a match. As they trying to set up the match, Rusev comes out. I guess he retains the name Rusev and comes out, and he puts the blows to Tozawa and Otis, and now he's looking like he's Rusev from was that 10 years ago? Maybe a little less than 10 years ago. But now he's the Bulgarian Nightmare, or the Bulgarian Brute. I said Nightmare. Now he's going to look undefeated, I guess. And now, he's back in effect. We saw Karrion Kross back in the background stirring up some things. He was talking to New Day. He was trying to get at AJ. It was just more of the background thing that Karrion Kross is doing, trying to integrate minds, and not integrate, but be a distraction that he is. So one night after WrestleMania, Io puts the title up against Stephanie Vaquer, the up and coming young lady that's coming over from NXT. That match was pretty good. Io with the little, she loved her little uppercuts and drop kicks and things like that. So as this match is getting ready to get interesting, people start interrupting. Roxanne comes in, causes an abrupt stoppage to the match as she goes on and takes on Io, and Julia comes through and she attacks Bakir. All of these things is going on. Then Rhea comes down in the ring, she breaks it up, do what she do, looks at the belt, tells Io, I'm coming for the belt. but that match ends up as a no contest. What up, though? Shout out to my 33 brother. Right, so we're just telling I'm still coming back for this. But it's just I don't. They it looks like they're trying to bring some people up from NXT, but we'll see in the up and coming weeks. Then we had Jay celebrating. Sami Zayn comes out. I'm proud of you. Pretty much I knew you had it in you. They celebrating things like that. Jimmy comes out. They all celebrate together. That was just a continuation of what happened from Saturday night. But because Sammy wasn't there, they added him to the celebration tonight. Well, an odd thing happening, Gunther comes out. This was weird. I didn't even understand this, but Gunther comes out and, he beefing with the commentator, Michael Cole. He pushes Pat around a little bit. Michael Cole says something real crazy, like I ain't the one that tapped out, like he about that life. So, Gunther was about to tear his whole face off. Pat McAfee, he decides he got to defend Michael Cole like he was a defensive tackle. He forgot he was a punter. They don't have no action as a punter. But anyway, Gunther choked him out. Gunther put him to sleep, choked him out, and stuff like that. I know this much. If I was Pat McAfee, I come back. I'm punching Michael Cole in his face. I'll probably see him on ESPN tomorrow as he do his show. We'll probably see him talking to Aaron Rodgers, probably, more than likely. We'll see how severe this injury was. But Michael Cole set him up, right? But anyway, so he get choked out. Everybody trying to stop Gunther. Dadbot upset. Dadbot lost the belt. Dadbot ain't got nothing to look forward to. He ain't got no matches coming. He ain't got nothing. He gonna have a unique time putting himself back in relevancy. He lost the belt, right? So after all that happens, we go to IC match, Dom versus Penta. I was about to say the New Day. Judgment Day comes out. Well, Judgment Day to an extent. You still have Carlito and Finn Balor. They came out to represent the champ. They get into the match. Penta's got a little momentum. Dom is doing little silly things. All of a sudden, we got Carlito that gets up in the ring, distract the referee. All of a sudden, Penta's trying to go up to the ropes. JD comes out of nowhere, gets Penta in the way, and he distracts him, gets him down. Dom eventually comes back, hits him with the frog splash off the rope, gets the belt. He retains, and then little boot thing, and Raquel come down to celebrate. Finn Balor looking like, what the hell just happened? Looking kind of lost. So it looks like the Judgment Day just got stronger once again. And I don't know how Finn gonna feel about that, but it is what it is. But then we have the end of the night. We got Seth telling everybody he took the wise man. He took his homie, which is Paul Heyman. That was definitely, I should have realized that when Seth said, this is not what's the line he always say? This is not a theory. This is a spoiler or whatever it is that Paul says. And also when they won the match, he threw up a 1, right? So I'm like, he mocking Roman. So then CM Punk comes out. He doing what he do. A little 1-2, 1-2. Paul Heyman, he takes out Seth real quick. He looking at Paul Heyman. He distracts him enough where Seth gets up. Curve stomps him. He telling them this is the number one guy. Roman comes out like, all right, cool. Roman spears Seth. Superman punches Paul Heyman. Then out of nowhere, we see Braun Breaker just doing some damage. He hits Punk. He gets to Roman. Rolls in the ring. The partnership is at hand. Paul Heyman says the number one superstar is Seth Rollins. So I guess that mockery of Roman was a unification with Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman. I don't even know how to, I'm going to have a conversation. We need to understand. My theories and all of this stuff was just running through the roof after that. Like, wait, that was it? That's how we ended this? It's going to be very, very interesting. I'm starting to get thoughts in my mind. This was it was a different Raw. I'm not going to say it was more exciting. It was more baffling than anything. We had NXT interference. We got for me odd alliances as far as Braun and Braun and Seth. We know Paul Heyman going to do what he can to make himself relevant. If Paul Heyman is irrelevant, he ain't coming on. So we know he got to make himself relevant. So that's okay. But I'm interested to see how people view this situation. Commander, what up, Nine? This was it was a different Raw. I don't like the matches were different, but I don't know if everybody's building up for the May 10th pay-per-view. I don't know. It was very, very different. If you go scene for scene, maybe Randy Orton gets a shot at the title at the May 10th pay-per-view. That's what it's looking like to me. I don't know if everybody's going to agree with it, but he has to make himself relevant. And if we're being honest, he is one of the last of John Cena's era, as far as being back with Evolution and things like that. He was around when John Cena came in, all of those type of things. Besides Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes is on SmackDown. So I don't know how, it makes me question a whole lot of things, with Roman coming on Raw. Is this the transformation of Roman coming to Raw? I have so many theories. I can't wait to have these conversations. I don't think people going to like my what I'm thinking is going to happen. But we will hit those subjects. We have Rusev come back. I don't know, have no idea what they're gonna do with him. Well, he came in to beat up Alpha Academy, so I definitely don't see him fighting Braun Breaker. I don't. So it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna have him in matches to come. But it was definitely a different scene tonight. It really was. We had Becky Lynch attack Lyra Valkyria. As I said earlier, I figured that she would try to go after Lyra because that I didn't see how they could work well together. Becky Lynch ain't had a match in about a couple of years since she had the baby. So for them to work together, win the belt, and then in less than 48 hours lose the belt was kind of odd. But I know Becky wants to be a single competitor, and she's gonna try to go get that Intercontinental belt. But it's just sad because I mean it's not sad. They still have Lyra Valkyria as the champ, but now they're just trying to get they must think that she's ready to have those one-on-one matches with the vets as far as Bailey, now Becky Lynch. It looks like people like that. Well, no, not Natalia. I don't count Natalia because Natalia always been it's been a while since she was a card for the women's division, right? So those type of situations, I don't know if she'll get a shot at EO. Ever since she did a decent job at Royal Rumble, even Roxanne Perez, I figured they were going to push those NXT ladies up, but I didn't know it was going to be this quickly after WrestleMania. So that's a different aspect of look to that, but maybe Becky will have a match in a couple of weeks on Raw or even the May 10th pay-per-view. What is the name of the May 10th pay-per-view? I can't get it right now. Y'all bear with me. But I know that pay-per-view is in a couple of weeks. So they're more than likely starting to draw up matches for that pay-per-view. And I guess the Intercontinental belt, the women's side, is going to be part of it. That's what it looks like to me. But it's like I said, it's just a different way they're showing this, getting this prepared and all of that. So, it's just is it Backlash? Yeah, it's Backlash. May 10th is the Backlash pay-per-view that I was referring to. Okay, I couldn't remember. It was Backlash, Fastlane, one of them. But that is the next pay-per-view. And like I said, we already at the 21st, so that's about 3 weeks. So they have to quickly develop some cards, some matches. So, like I said, maybe it's a Women's Intercontinental match. I don't know if EO's going to be in the main event with somebody, but they starting early. Maybe Randy, like I said, maybe Randy Orton, John Cena. I think Randy Orton's trying to catch him. He's gonna try to catch John before he get out of there. I'm gonna get the what is he, 15? Is Randy Orton 15 or 14? I think he's 15, 14. He's trying to get to 15. He'll probably get to 15 with John Cena's next match. But it's gonna look like a farewell tour for John Cena, starting to fight all the older people. Well, hell, they might as well let Undertaker win the belt too. Why the hell not? Or maybe The Rock will do the Hulk Hogan thing and just fall down and pin John Cena and win the belt. I don't know. It just looked crazy, right? But it's different. Nobody could say they could have seen all of this coming, especially the Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins unification or joint venture, or however you look at that thing. Nobody could say they seen that coming. Me, I don't. For one, don't like it. I think it makes they get ready to turn Braun into. I don't even see how Braun could be tamed. But I guess, this is supposed to be Shield 2.0 or whatever. But I have a theory. And I don't know if everybody's going to like the theory. Let's look at it, right? Remember, I was saying how, Roman he was grooming somebody to be the next in line, right? We understand that in the Anoa'i family, the Fatu family, however you want to call them, in the bloodline is relevancy with the belt. If you don't have a belt, you're not really relevant. We remember when Roman had the belt. We remember when the Usos had the tag belts, right? We understood the pecking order because Roman was the champ. Now, we're going to have to wait and see if this theory works out. But here's my theory. My theory is Roman's going to have to submit to Jay. Jay going to be the leader of the new bloodline, and they're going to have to fight with Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, and anybody else they add. Jimmy may come over. Since they bringing some new people over, they may bring some new Fatus and Anoa'is over at the same time. My 33 brother, what up, though?
What up, though? Man, Jay is not dealing with no bloodline, man. He want to be singles, bro. He ain't dealing with no bloodline, man.
He's not gonna have a choice.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He don't want it, bro. He already said he ain't want it.
Well, how is he gonna beat these two?
Beat who too?
Seth Rollins. You forgot
He got
Seth
his
Rollins?
brother, and he got Sami Zayn, bro.
Sami Zayn get ready to turn on him.
He the Yeet Master, bro. He got his own thing going on.
Sami Zayn is getting ready to turn on him.
I thought Sami was about to hit him.
See, what you talking about? What you talking about?
Then when Jimmy came out, I was like, all right, he might be safe for this episode, but I'm looking like, man,
that's what I'm trying. They building something. Paul Heyman's not just going with those two. They building something. That's why, I'm sitting there looking at Roman be on Raw. I'm like, wait a minute, he's a SmackDown guy. So how is this going to work?
Bro, when I seen when he took that hood off, and I said, damn, he got speared. I'm like, that ain't. I'm like, oh my God, this is the nicest shit ever, bro. Like, I finally get to see Braun Breaker as the bad guy, bro. I want him to be the Terminator, bro. He got to be that. Him and Jacob is going, bro. I'm telling you, him and Jacob in the future going at it is gonna be fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, but that's what's making me think they're going to travel to SmackDown too. I don't know how this is working because I'm still trying to understand how Roman got to Raw. I mean, I know how he got there, but he's not a Raw guy yet.
Roman is Roman, bro. He go wherever he wants. He never pledged. If you remember the draft, Roman pulled out of the draft. He never said he was on Raw or SmackDown.
That is true.
But Roman is Roman.
That's a great point.
Go wherever the hell he wants.
But this unification between Seth and Braun, there's gonna people that's gonna have to team up. I'm telling you, they have no choice.
Man, they about to shut WWE down, bro. I see two more pieces coming, and if they got Braun, they gonna need something just as crazy as a Braun Breaker. They go get somebody crazy, bro.
They gonna. What's the other guy that was? I don't know if Seth is going to use him because they was beefing before. What's his name? Bronson Reed. I don't know.
No, but if Bronson Reed, that's overkill. That's overkill.
I'm just saying.
If they hit Bronson Reed, that's just gonna be walking down, standing on people's shoulders. If they get Bronson Reed, they need somebody like. They need somebody kind of witty because they got the enforcer, they got the visionary, they got the enforcer. Now they need a tactical dude, like somebody who's
Sammy. They getting Sammy. They getting him.
Gunther.
Yeah, the way he choked out old Pat McAfee, I see his ass tomorrow. But you know what I mean? I don't even know what to make of that. I'll see. Like I
That joke
said,
was hype, bro.
you
Like, you
like
be
when he
hating
choked
on
out
Raw,
Michael
bro.
Pat McAfee.
You be hating on Raw, man. Raw was lit tonight, bro. I ain't even supposed to sleep. I started dozing off, but I woke up.
It was different. No, it was different. I didn't like. I'm trying to envision where they're going with this, right? I'm really trying like the the Becky Lynch, I told you that was gonna happen, right? I said you okay, Commander. I said they gonna do something crazy. Like she's gonna get the belt that she never owned, and that's the only belt that she never owned. So I knew that was coming. But the 1 day title defense, that's what we do.
Yeah, when I seen it was double, and then it was if it was Bailey, I could see, but not Becky. Becky, nah. I knew Becky. I didn't think she was gonna turn on her, but I knew they was gonna lose.
That
But
fast.
then
I
they
mean,
after they lost, when they was looking at each other, I said, "Oh, Becky about to snap on her ass."
and that's why I
Yeah,
said, that's not gonna last long. But that's why I said that. I think, like I said, what is it? Backlash. Uh, that's an intercontinental match that's coming for that match. I think all the intercontinental. I think Jacob is going to have a match with who I don't know yet. That's why I'm waiting to see what happens with SmackDown on Friday. But that's why I say we have to continue to watch because you have to pay attention to the little details that's coming out, right? Like nobody even thought about JD McDonough coming out tonight, right? He comes out, he helped Don retain the belt. They about to kick Finn Balor out. Finn Balor gonna be like Damian Priest, and he gonna be looking for help. Ain't nobody gonna help his ass because he burnt all the bridges. But Finn Balor's on his way out, but they're not gonna be relevant to what Paul Heyman is building over there. So that's gonna be if that's a Raw thing. That's not gonna last for maybe 2 weeks because Dom is not that crafty. Carlito, he ain't had a match since like 2006. And JD, they gonna break JD mid little ass. He already just coming back from getting a concussion. And
Finn
Braun,
might, Finn might be that next piece. Finn might turn on Dom. It looked like he was ready to. He
yeah,
might
he's
turn
ready
on
to
Dom
turn.
to help Bronson. I mean, help
Penta,
help what do you call it, get the belt back. Braun Breaker.
maybe.
Like, can I join y'all? Then Braun, like, he helped Braun get the belt back. He'd be like, can I join y'all? Then Braun spear his ass too. Like, fuck out of here, little boy.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying about the turns of what happens at this WrestleMania. It's a free fall. You just got to pay attention to what's happening. It's a unique aspect. Like nobody, like I said, I didn't see that part coming. Like I didn't see JD coming
Nah,
back that ready. I didn't see Living them winning that fast. And I don't know what this Rusev situation is going to be. I need to see how that works. I need to see how
man.
I need to see how that works because they tried that before with Vince McMahon in control, but they got his ass up out of there before Vince got out of there. So I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't even know who that is.
He was a dude. He was a Bulgarian dude. I didn't see his wife Lana. That's the dude I was telling you about where Bobby Lashley was smashing his wife.
Oh,
That's him.
mm.
And like I said, I don't know how he coming in is going to be an effect on anything. He might be the little mid card guy. And what the hell, A-Town Down keep talking about they going for the belts. If they don't sit their asses down, they can't win on NXT. They can't win nowhere. How they think they're going to get a belt? I'm sick of them. They just need to break them up. They
Man,
need to.
I thought that was Moxley at first. I was about to say, oh shit, Moxley back. And then when he put the hood off, I was like, oh, Seth got a dog. Like Seth got a dog.
Well, now that's going to make me pay attention to what's going on in AEW. If he leaves AEW, he gonna be on his way back, and he gonna be with he gonna roll with Roman. If that does happen, that'll be a whole different scenario. I don't think he can fuck with Seth no more. But he like I've seen a lot of videos. They said there's only one person that never turned his back on Roman, and that was Dean Ambrose. And to an extent, it's kind of right. I mean, they had matches for the belt and things like that, but to turn on him, that hasn't happened. That would be different, and that would be something that Vince McMahon would do, just to take the champion from AEW and put him on WWE. I don't know how Triple H is doing this. I don't even know like I said, I was still intrigued. I'm trying to figure out how the hell The Rock ain't show up with nothing yet. I'm still on. I don't know.
They trying to throw everything. They throwing everybody off, bro. Yeah, because that shit was predictable at first, man. Now the shit becoming unpredictable. That's what they want, bro. That's where the money come in to keep the fans shook. Like, what the fuck going on?
So they're doing a good job of that. And you know, even if it doesn't make sense to me, you know, like you said, they throwing people off because ain't no way in the world. I'm still trying to figure out how long this is gonna last because Braun gonna want his own belt. I'm just saying.
If it makes sense, it wouldn't even be fun to watch.
Right. So he might do this for a little while.
No, they building a new faction. He gonna get belts. He gonna get a tag team belt. He gonna get an intercontinental belt, and he gonna have an opportunity to fight for the championship. That's when everything gonna fall apart. They got a nice little storyline to Mania next year.
Yeah, so the uniqueness is who's the other two members, who is the faction that's going to be built together. I already know that people think that Roman and Punk are going to do it again. It looked good because they may not have a choice, but
they can do all that without the belt. They can do all that story without the belt. That's what they're doing. They building stories for people without the belt because all those are belt contenders. So you have to build a strong enough story where the belts don't matter. That's the only way you can do it is have like some type of new faction coming in and creating two new factions and them clashing for a while, and then once they clash and one gain dominance, now they can go after the belt. And then Jay can do his thing.
Yeah, let's see how long they allow Jay to remain main event Jey Uso. I'm still mad they ain't let his daddy come down to the ring and do their dance. I'm just saying. But it is what it is. I understand it. So now as we approach SmackDown, now SmackDown just gonna look totally different because I don't know what to expect from SmackDown.
Cody about to go dark, bro. He about to become the American Nightmare for real. He about to go fucking dark.
You think he gonna snap?
Hell yeah, he gonna snap. After all that, he better snap. If he don't, then what's the purpose of doing all that thing? I can stay a good guy no matter what. Nah, bro. They'll let that demon out, bro. You talking about the American Nightmare, become the Nightmare. You a dream right now.
So he must gonna fight somebody like LA. Well, I don't know because I want the Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre shit to be over, so that 1-2 match could go Priest and Cody to start that villainous side to him. I just don't know if they finish with the Damian and Drew McIntyre angle. That would be a nice one. They probably put him against Braun Breaker on like SmackDown and Braun Strowman on SmackDown and shit like that. Maybe a Jimmy situation, Cody versus Jimmy, Carmelo Hayes. How the hell did Carmelo Hayes win the goddamn Andre the Giant Battle Royal? They need to stop that shit, man.
That's him, bro. Stop hating on him, man.
Nah, man. I don't like him. I ain't hating on him. I just don't like him. I don't think
him, bro. He is him.
They gonna make him Ricochet in a darker version. That's what they get ready to do to him.
Melo don't miss, bro. Stop hating on him.
Melo missed a whole lot. He's talking about he being ignored and everything. But congratulations to Carmelo Hayes. He did win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal the night before the Mania
He gonna be
one.
the next. He gonna be the Black Shawn Michaels, bro. What?
Oh my God!
He gonna be the Black Shawn Michaels.
Don't do that to him.
That's him, bro. He him. He him. When Trick come back, they go. When Trick come in, they go fight for a minute. Then they go link up.
Maybe that's the link to SmackDown. You see how they brought Julia and Stephanie Vaquer and all of them on tonight. That may be for the guys. I don't know. That's why I need to watch SmackDown. So I don't know where they're going. Just like you said, it's very intriguing. They doing it this way. Now it's like we're gonna see. I don't like calling them minor leaguers, but you're gonna see them come up to the rosters of WWE, the actual roster. Will Trick Williams come up? I don't think they're ready to move over Fenham yet.
Ruler. I like Oba now. I ain't like him at first. Bro.
I didn't like him either. Are they ready to push Lash Legend for the females? I don't know. Charlotte, I don't know what they're gonna do with Charlotte over there. That's why we have to wait, because Charlotte looked well. She didn't look bad, but that loss was bad for her. She may have to start all over.
It's Tiffy time, bro.
Yeah, it's Tiffy time.
I want them to put Charlotte and Jay together. Jay break her back like man. Break your back.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Maybe Bianca comes. Well, Bianca and Naomi gonna have a fight sooner or later. So they're not going. I don't know who's gonna be competition for Tiffy right now, because I think Naomi and Bianca gonna have that fight. Like you said, maybe Jade and Charlotte have their matches. They probably give her matches against like Selena Vega and B-Fab and all of these other people, so she can hold on to the belt a little bit longer. Maybe SummerSlam they give her a real competitor.
Bro, that damn RKO to John Cena, bro.
That was different.
Bro, Randy Orton. I wish I met him in real life, bro. I'd rather meet Randy Orton. I'd be like, bro, what gave you? I'd rather talk to Randy Orton versus Jay-Z. Shout out to Hov. He wouldn't be fun to talk to, bro. Randy Orton seemed like he'd be a cool ass dude to hang out with. I just wouldn't turn my back. I'd be in, lock eyes face to face. I already know you're gonna try to RK. I'm gonna get your ass before you. I tell him straight up. As soon as I'm in shaking hand, I'm gonna get you before you get me. Like what? I'm RKO your big ass. That dude big as hell, bro. I didn't know how big he was.
Yeah, about six. What is he? 6'3", maybe 6'3", 6'4".
Nah, he got to be like 6'7", bro.
You think so?
Joe Henry is 162. When he was standing in front of Joe Henry, he made him like a kid, bro. I believe in Joe Henry.
Joe Henry better go sit his ass back in TNA. Just sit your ass down right now. They made you look. A mortal.
He fighting the Viper, bro. What you think gonna happen? Man, he turned around, did that spin, and get his ass RKO. That shit was funny, bro. That's what I'm saying. Randy Orton is like the coolest person on the planet. He just know when to RKO a motherfucker.
Yeah,
like, you don't even be expecting it. Shit just pop up, bow. Like
that's just that history of being in that square circle. You know, you can paste it. You work. He just works well with other people. It just don't matter. Even if he putting people's heads off, right? He just works well with certain people. He's like the Undertaker. He don't like to come out of character. He don't want to break character. None of that stuff. So he's old school like that.
That like I was watching because I was out of wrestling for a while, so I was watching him and Bray Wyatt little thing, man. That shit would have been fire right now, man. Bray Wyatt was still alive, bro.
That would have been
him and Bray Wyatt had some classics, bro.
Yeah, and because they just come with the impromptu moves. right? To where everybody else is all right. We know the curb stomp is coming, or we know the attitude adjustment, to put to go to sleep, and all of that's coming. When you could just RKO somebody off the top rope. You know, when he caught, remember when he caught AJ Styles when he
Yeah,
springboarded? That's what I'm saying. Randy ought to
he
have been
caught
doing this
Seth
for 20
Rollins.
years. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
been
caught
doing.
Roman trying to spear him like RKO Roman.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care what nobody, bro. I still think the coldest finisher is that go to sleep, bro. That shit, I want to do that shit in real life. I want to do that to somebody in real life, bro, and see how that shit work, bro. I want to see, man. I think I can knock a motherfucker out for real with that. That shit look gangster. Like, I'll put you on my shoulders and drop, wow, motherfucker, go to sleep. I'm telling you, that shit be gangster, man.
Just
I
do
do that
a
shit in real life.
whole
Listen,
a
next time
whole knee to the face.
if I ever get into a fight, bro, they better not swing. I'm gonna duck right under that and lift them up on my shoulder, and I'm gonna tell them to go to sleep right before I drop them. Pow! I'm telling you, man. I wish
Can't
I was
deal with
younger,
you,
bro.
man.
If
You
if
you
I was like that, man,
he
I'd have
over
did
here
that shit in
tripping.
sparring.
He tripping. He said I would go to sleep on somebody.
Hey, my nephew coming up here in May. I
Oh
might
my
put his
God.
ass. Yeah, I'm like, let me try this out on you, man.
Nephew word. If you hear my voice, run. Run far away.
Oh no, he getting it already. He be like, yeah, you old, man. You old. He done got tall now. This motherfucker wouldn't grow for nothing. He been the same size since he was 6 and decided to have a growth spurt. And I'm looking like, oh, now you like 5'10". He was like, yeah, Unc, I'm faster than you. Like, all right. So yeah, now you
Out of
rocking my
nowhere.
attitude. Yeah. He gonna be walking like, Unc, you got something. I'm gonna lift his ass up like, wow, go to sleep. That's what I got for you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't hear the word, and sometime after May, he think he gonna be on pay per view. He gonna be on a pay phone. You gotta collect call from the
Man,
word.
my sister gonna kill me, bro. My sister feisty as hell. She feisty like me. My sister, my dad's daughter, man, she just like me. She like real quiet and she like real passive, but when she owns, she owns. I was the only one I remember, man, my brother hit her with a CD and she got the stab. I don't know how many times she stabbed his ass with a pen, bro. I'm like, God damn. Like she before I grabbed her, and then my dad was trying to calm her down, and she was like trying to. I'm like, Nick, I grabbed her, and I'm like, calm down, baby, and I hugged her. She was like, you won't leave me alone. I said, Nick, I'm good. She like, okay, Dee Dee, and gave me a hug. Like, I'm the only one who calmed her down, bro. She fucking
Mm.
nuts, man.
Oh,
So
take a
I
bit.
remember I got
Ooh.
into it with one of my exes up here, and she was probably about 15. She was like. She hung up. She called my dad. My dad called me like, your sister trying to fly up there. She's like, I'm gonna beat her ass. I'm like, Nika, stop cussing. No, fuck that. She put her hands on my bro. I'm gonna fuck her up. Now you want to fight me, bitch. I'm like, oh damn, bro. Get your little ass down, man. She can throw hands too.
uh,
All my sisters can throw hands. Anytime I spent with my little siblings, I was teaching them how to fight. I'm like when I was younger. Anytime I was with them, I'm like,
Anytime I
y'all gotta
spent with
learn how
my
to
little
fight. I'm tired of
sibling,
y'all fighting.
I was teaching them how to fight. I'm like, when I
I don't know why the hell I keep doing that. But anyway, um, yeah, when you have that bond with the siblings, man, they'll go out for you, man. Whether it's a big brother, little sister, when you got that bond, man, they'll try to move heaven and earth. So that's understandable because even when me and my brother was growing up, we was trying all type of wrestling moves on each other. Campbell clutch, figure four leg locks. I remember my brother tried to put me in a brain bust. I was like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, nah, I'm gonna suplex you. I'm like, all right, come on. He picked me up and just dropped me off. I was like, what you doing?
Man,
He said, yo, I wanted to see if I could be Coco Beware. I'm about to say, you better beware. Don't go to sleep. I'm telling you. I'm getting my shit back. You think you slick?
man. Look, I tried to stunner somebody and realized like you gotta fall on your ass and that shit hurt. I don't want to do that no more. I tried to rock bottom someone and mess my knees up. I ain't like that. My favorite move was the super kick because that shit is real. Like I can do
Oh,
that.
the SBK?
Hell yeah, bro. I remember one day, bro, I caught this dude under the chin. I meant to kick him hard. We wasn't playing. We was really fighting. That motherfucker turned his head, and before he could turn back, my foot was under his damn chin. That motherfucker bit his tongue. He thought he bit his tongue off. Bro, and I kicked him one time. I thought he was knocked out, man. He hit the ground and popped up like motherfucker and ran.
Now I don't. This is something new too, man. They got 2 night Summer Slams. Come on, man. They gonna pump the hell out of this WWE. These
They
dudes
got
ain't
a
gonna
lot of
have no
stars,
days
bro.
off. They ain't
They
gonna have
got,
no days off in a minute. You watch.
but if you think about it, they got a lot of stars. The only way they can showcase people is do big pay-per-views. They're already going 3 hours and still can't fit everybody in the show. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what they got to do. They're getting more stars. I mean, you talking about bringing the first batch from TNA who retired.
Hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like before, like coming up, it was more about the belts, right? The mid card people were the mid card people. It was always about the belts. But that's why, like, I don't think people could remember people like I'm telling my age, Tito Santana and like Brutus that like they know Brutus Beefcake as the barber, but Brutus Beefcake was like a mid card dude, always fighting somebody like Greg Valentine and stuff like that. Only when they get the once in a lifetime opportunity against Hulk Hogan is when they become relevant. Mr. Wonderful, people like that. They was like mid card people. Then when you fight for the belt, then your popularity goes up. Like look at Dom now, right? They starting to like Dom now. They cheering for Dom and all of this.
Because
That's why I'm
Dom,
trying to understand how they're gonna do this with the Judgment Day. Nobody like they like Liv a little bit. Excuse me, but everybody else they don't like.
how
They did.
Raquel will be the powerhouse of the Judgment Day? That shit weird, bro.
I
I guess
don't.
Rhea was. No, Damien was.
But that's what I'm saying. She was like the champ. So since I'm the only one with the belt, that's what made her the top dog. And then Damien's like, he got the belt, like, yeah. Then that's when Finn started hating on everybody because they got the belt. I ain't got no belt. Even when he had the tag belt, he tried to be the guy. You can't be the guy.
Man, they need to recognize, like, bro, he turned on Damien. When Damien had the belt, he was a little jealous. And Dom did a frog splash on his little ass and got the belt, so he feels some type
Yeah,
of way.
he gonna
Damien
get
needs
Dom
to
back.
go from hell. His
He getting his ass back. So you know, it's gonna be interesting how that goes too. That's why I said, like, will he try to recruit Penta himself, like you said, and then try to start his own little faction again, like how he took it from Edge? It was Edge, Rhea, and Damian Priest. Then Finn Balor came and took that. The Clash in Paris. Oh yeah, they got like WWE. They like elementary school. They gonna have a pay per view every month. They
It's
gonna have
something in
one.
June too. Oh,
Yeah,
June is uh the world thing.
they got one in June. They
And
probably
then
have Great
it's Money
American
in the Bank
Bash.
too. It's two.
Yeah.
It's when Worlds Collide and
Mm-hmm.
Money in the Bank on the same day. So it's gonna be when Worlds Collide. It's gonna be the AAA versus NXT.
Oh
So
man.
they done got two they got TNA and now they got AAA to beef up NXT.
Yeah, TKO. That's what I'm saying. So you get like you're gonna have to watch. Like you're gonna have to watch NXT. You're gonna have to watch TNA because TNA and NXT gonna work together on Tuesday nights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
They
telling you, bro. I'm telling you, get
they
over,
about to
bro.
buy out AEW. I'm putting that out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna buy them out because ain't nobody gonna want to go over there. Ain't
Man,
like
AEW, we're all the old ass motherfuckers. Leave them alone. Let the old motherfuckers go over there and wrestle. We want
they,
to see them old motherfuckers. We go watch AEW.
and that's what you're gonna have to do. Cause that I'm like, because they're gonna take Moxley and bring him back. They're gonna bring him back, and that's gonna be the end of
Nah,
that.
he about done, bro. He old as hell. He getting hit with he getting skewers put in his head and shit like that now. He's the old crazy ass over there. If he come back, I don't know. I just don't like his wrestling style. He like
I
an
never liked his
ECW
wrestling
wrestler.
style. He never had a real wrestling style.
He remind me of ECW people, bro. Like the weak ones, not like Sambu and Taz and Raven, not like them. Not even like Cactus Jack, bro. He ain't even on Dude Loves level, bro. Come on, man.
Oh my god. You saying he like
This motherfucker giving people
he
niggas
Tommy
and shit.
Dreamer.
No, don't disrespect the Dreamer, bro. Tommy Dreamer
Nah,
was
man. You
cold.
try to say he Tommy Dreamer. Who else you gonna say? Who else could he be like? He
I
ain't
don't
Robert
know.
Van Dam. He
One
ain't.
of them created players that start off at 60.
Oh,
He
okay,
get their ass whooped.
I guess. But yeah, TKO is doing a number. They doing what Vince did back in the 80s, where he stopped all the regional action. He just couldn't get to Florida. Like he was trying to get Cornette out. He was trying to get the Oklahoma territory out. He did a decent job, but he couldn't get NWA out the way. They were strong enough, and then they had Dusty Rhodes in Florida, who was already affiliated with the NWA. That kept them alive. But they looking like they were about to change the whole dynamics to where it's just that show alone. Because you got enough recruits in NXT, and then you bringing out some more in the LFG sanctions. Where Undertaker and Bubba Ray, and they training some more kids. They get a free contract to NXT. That's the prize. The prize is to get a contract to NXT.
And
So,
they got evolved. Shit. They got that evolved
so
too.
it's so many ways they boosted up NXT. So they are preparing for something. I know Jay made an announcement. He got a few more years left. Roman. His ailments and situations. He's running out of time. Steph is getting kind of old. Punk been old. You see Kevin Owens is running back and forth. Randy Orton's on his way out. You're gonna have to start building some of the young guys. You got it. That's why I said the Braun Breakers and people like that. You're gonna have to build them up.
Bro, when
So
he speared stuff for the first time, that shit gonna be epic. When he turned on stuff.
do we think there's gonna be a turn on Seth? That's the
Hell
question.
yeah, man, Brian Breaker, bro. You can't control him, bro. It's like Jacob 5'2".
If he's like his uncle, he about to blow a whole gasket because Scott Steiner was retarded. He was like,
Scotty the body.
yeah, holla if you hear me. He told
Mhm.
he was going at it with Gold. When he at it with Goldberg, they was so
Yeah.
off script.
Yeah, they was like, bro, I think they was fighting for real, bro. Because a lot of people say that like Goldberg was people say he was reckless, and people was his size was like, man, we ain't dealing with this shit. I don't give a fuck how big you is. I'm gonna fuck you up, you big motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
People was really going at Goldberg trying to fuck him up.
Right, and I could see Braun doing that. I could see him going at Drew McIntyre. That'll be a different match. Drew McIntyre and Braun.
He gonna get bigger, bro. That's the thing, man. Braun is still young, bro. He gonna get bigger. He was like 24.
Yeah, he 24 and he was spotting Jay one day. They work out together, like in the gym. They like, yo, let's hit the gym. I think it was like 4 and some change. Jay like he trying to lift it. Like, come on, you got this. Come on, man. Come on. He can't encourage you to lift 4 and change. I'm like, look at Jay. You'll see Jay lifted. It don't look like he lift 400 and change, but he got that one up that time.
Shit, Jay about big as that shit. I want bench press before. The most I ever bench press was like 345. I think it was almost 350.
No,
No,
so with
I pushed up 355 before, but I ain't never got a
nice.
rep with it. I know I pushed up 345 like 4 or 5 times, but I used to rep with that. We'd do burnouts on that. It'd be 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm. But yeah,
But shit,
when you hit that
Jay,
book, yeah, I didn't see Jay doing that. I really didn't. But when he did it, I was like, well, goddamn.
No, Jay, I can tell, bro. I can tell people who can lift, bro. I can always look at people and tell if they can lift or not. And Jimmy is like thicker, but Jay is more defined.
Yeah. It's like he just, I don't want to say girth is Jimmy. He just like, he's not big, but he's big. Like he don't have like
That
Gunther
motherfucker
body.
245. He's 6 something, 245. He big as hell, man.
Yeah, I want to say he
Like
got
when they
like
said his
Gunther
size,
body.
I was like, damn, bro.
But that's why I'm saying these guys is they, a lot of them is in they hit in the weight room. They they understand that you can't be 180. That's why I'm intrigued to see the luchadors. How they gonna treat the luchadors? I need to see that.
That's why
I'm
Penta a motherfucker, bro. Penta dangerous as hell. He big as hell flying around like that. Like, God damn, big ass bowling ball. Fuck.
Penta, Ray Phoenix.
Ray is that boy. Woo.
Yeah, this ain't your Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrero and the smaller Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero. This is not
Man,
that.
y'all gotta put respect on Ray name. Man. Ray was the first one doing triple flips and shit, bro. Ray used to be that thing, man, when he was young. Ray like 60 years old, man. He
No, that's
old
what
as
I'm
hell.
saying. But I'm saying as far as the
Like
height,
young, they
it's not
oh
it's
yeah.
not that.
Yeah, when he came in, I'm like, why is this dude so short, bro? I'm looking like, what is he about to do? Be a mascot?
That's what I'm
Motherfucker
telling you.
flying
When you had
around. I'm
him
like,
and Juventud Guerrero and people like that, they was like, they was moving, going through the ropes, doing the 619s, jumping off the third rope,
man, this
doing
motherfucker
Hurricane
jump off the
Riders.
rope, jump at me, I'll catch his ass and powerbomb. Ain't mother your little ass. He's probably 135 pounds. I catch his ass off the air like bow. What
That's the
wrong with
midget
you?
wrestling you would be talking about. I'm just saying.
Nah, bro, I remember. Man, this ain't funny, bro. But I used to play defensive end, right? And in a game, this was a live game, and my mom was like, she was in the crowd about to fight because the people get mad. But this running back, bro, he had to be like 5'6". This motherfucker ran and put his head down, man. I power bombed his ass. I didn't try to power bomb him, but see what happened was I was getting blocked, and they kind of pushed me. And when I went into him, only thing I can do, he put his head down. He went on the side of me, and I grabbed him, bro. And it was just like instinct or something. It's like I grabbed him, and I picked him up, and I put him down. And it was like when I picked him up, he kind of turned away on his back. I power bombed him, bro. I'm trying to
you,
figure out a way to explain that shit, but
you
that's
did a
why
water boy. You did a Bobby Boucher. You ain't slick. You Bobby
bro,
Boucher.
man, he hit the ground, the ball bounced up. My lineman grabbed it and ran, but they called it back. It wasn't no fumble. Cause like when I power bombed him, bro, it's like life came out of his body, bro.
Mm.
That's why everybody, the coach ran and pushed me down. Cause when I power bombed, I kind of stood over him. But the coach ran and pushed me down, and my bitch clear, bro. That shit was crazy. And the lineman running all the way to the end zone. Referee's blowing the whistle like he's down, he's down. And he hit the ground. That's the ball pounced up.
Mm.
I'm like, man, it's y'all fault having this little motherfucker running. Shit. Motherfucker look like he in the middle school and shit. I'm 6 foot, 275 pounds. Bro. This dude probably about 5'6", 5'7". Like, bro, you go up and you go down.
Yeah, it and we know that most wrestlers are coming from different athletic sports, whether it's football, amateur wrestling, things like that, bodybuilding.
Have a
But
wrestler ever converted from tennis to WWF or wrestling? That'd be dope. I want to see how a tennis player convert over.
I no, I don't. I'm not going to say
I'm talking shit, bro.
no because no because I'm thinking about it because Kurt Hennig was different because like Macho Man was a baseball player.
Baseball player, yeah, Macho Man. It was a couple people who actually played baseball.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Undertaker
So I
played
always thought about
basketball.
Mr. Perfect doing something like that. It's possible because a lot of people, they just say, you know what, man, I can make it over here. I could just do this 300 days a week. 300 days a year and go from there.
Man,
Because
they gave him that name. He was a fucking crackhead, bro.
who's that?
Rest in peace, Mr. Perfect. They
Yeah,
gave him that name. He wasn't really athletic like that, but
I'm saying
they made
they
him that. That dude was a drug addict, man.
they all were drug addicts in the 80s. That didn't matter. They was doing them lines. Iron Sheik and Hacksaw and Chip Duggan. They talk about they hate him because he's from Iran, and the other one from USA. They smoke crack together. Talking about we love the pipe. They got caught.
Oh,
Talk about ho.
no
I
wonder
need
you. I know
I
why
need
he.
that hit ho.
I know why he was. Oh, motherfucker was high as hell.
And then
Motherfucker hit a pipe like, oh.
the rest of them
Like,
niggas was
oh, man,
just
why you
drunks.
tell me that, man? You done fucked my whole childhood up. I used to like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I can't picture him without doing the pipe, bro. I ain't know that.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm telling you. Like Ric Flair was drinking like kegs and kegs of liquor.
Well,
Andre,
you knew that. Woo! Like,
that man was geeking. Andre the Giant was drinking like all them niggas was drinking like that. All of them. John Studd, all of those dudes. Hulk Hogan with the steroids. Mr. Wonderful with the steroids. Mr. Wonder Joe, he played football, but he was mad tiny. Like
man,
he
you know who was soft on the football field? Brock Lesnar. I was watching some of his old clips. Like, you big as hell, a soft ass motherfucker.
Brock, Goldberg, all them dudes. Roman too.
Roman probably would have been a beast, bro.
Roman
He would
played
have
for
been a
Georgia
beast.
Tech.
He played in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was his first year that he found out he had cancer, but yeah, Roman was a beast, bro.
Rock
Roman was
tried.
nice.
Rock tried and broke his leg. He played with Ray Lewis and
Nah,
them.
man, Warren Sapp was clowning
Mm.
on Rock, bro. He was clowning. He was like, Warren Sapp was clowning. He was like, Dwayne who? Playing with who? He said, when I came in, Dwayne was on the bench. He was like, Dwayne was my backup, and I didn't come off the field. I was like, oh, he was like, yeah, Dwayne, he played the year before me. But when I played, no, he didn't play nothing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
He was clowning. He was like, he thought he was about to start that year. And then I came in. He's
But
like, that's why he don't like me.
that's the you though,
That shit
boy.
crazy,
They got
bro.
them all crazy, but that's the transition from those type of sports, like the
No, I
the
wouldn't
the,
be
the
bragging though if I was one shot. I wouldn't. But he went. You done made him quit football. He became one of the most famous people on the planet. And you bragging and talking about, I took his spot. Well, I'd have been, if I was Rock, I'd have been like, thank you, Warren.
I like you. I
Now I'm
appreciate you.
famous, and you're known for doing something. Yeah, yeah.
You're just known for just being a football player, a one-time champion.
Now, didn't he do something crazy a couple years ago?
Oh, I forgot what it was. It was something criminal or something. Not criminal. It was
It was something
legal.
stupid.
It was a legality situation. I ain't gonna say criminal. It was a
He had that
legality
man running
situation.
naked on camera doing some
Yeah,
crazy
some
shit.
shit like that. Yeah, that's what I don't think the charge is stuck or whatever. That's why I just said legality. Because you know how people is. You
And
say
now, bro, what about
illegal.
Shannon Sharp? Like Shannon Sharp, bro. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all too damn old to be out doing this dumb shit, bro. He didn't get caught up in some shit with a young girl. That's what
Uh,
we was just talking about. That these dudes want these young girls because they have no experience and they think they can just groom them or whatever.
I
But
know, I
now
know, I
he
know
got $50 million
When Shannon was in
lawsuit.
college, yeah, allegedly, right?
No,
Because I
I'm talking about
no, I know what you're
years,
talking about.
bro.
I don't believe that because if that's the case, he would have been in that.
Bro, he didn't leak some emails, bro. He didn't leak the text messages just with her conversation, not his. And that shit sounds crazy, bro. And I'm like, no, Shannon. Like, I ain't saying he R-worded her, but what he definitely did Get with
He
a young
had
girl and
sexual
tried to
relations
shape
with her.
them over.
Supposedly, he's saying it was consensual.
It was, but it's still this is what we was just talking about. Me and Commander, we were just talking about these dudes, these older dudes getting with these younger girls because they don't have no experience and they think they can shape them and mold them. And now you dealing with a $50 million lawsuit. You knew better than mess with that young ass girl, bro. Come on,
Nah, Commander. He just but the crazy, and that's where he got caught up at, right? Because before, when he was in college, somebody did that charge to him. That's why he stayed away from the girl Joy Taylor, right? That's why his name don't come up in that allegation at FS1 because he stayed away from her. If she was doing it like that, he could have got that for nothing. Allegedly, you see what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, I can't do that. I'm not even trying to be around that.
these
So
old people some hornballs, man.
I'm just, I don't
Like
know.
you done played in the league all that time, made all that money, and now you want to be around here doing stupid shit, horny. Like, come on now, man. Too old for that shit.
I don't know. They want to be
Men settle down,
Stellas.
but this what happened when men get money and they don't settle their ass down somewhere. You need to settle down with a woman who ain't gonna take your shit. I
They
found out, I figured it out, bro. Like my
they
wife ain't gonna take no shit from me, so I ain't gonna give her no shit. So I'm gonna have a nice, easy life, bro. I ain't gotta worry about all that crazy shit with these little young girls. I'm old as hell, horny. Talk about, oh yeah, shake it, do this, do that. Nah, man. It's where,
But even with the younger ones, you about to what? It's almost time for you to start. Yeah, it is.
man. Oh, in the bag.
Little do the men know they're getting set up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Commander, you was hitting it right on. They getting set up. Baby, they becoming baby daddies. They ain't even got to get married. They just getting baby mamas and paying all of this child support. They think
You
that
talking
look,
about these?
they don't need no prenup. They just getting caught up in not look at Anthony Edwards. He said, yeah, I'm gonna give you a $1.8 million for the kid life. They ain't going for that. She still gonna go to child support. She gonna go to child support as soon as she spend that 1.8.
Man, I can't see nothing, and you telling me to grab something out the refrigerator. You know I can't see one.
Shout out to Mrs.
I'm blind as
Word.
hell. You telling me I can't see
Shout out
nothing.
to Mrs. Word. It can't take her. No.
Where is it at? It's not on no top. Oh, here it goes. Never mind.
Look,
I ain't
never
see
mind.
it. No, you
I,
asked me to grab some shit. I can't see. Only telling me to look for something. Hell, I'm gonna look at. I can't. I got a half an eye. I'm looking. What am?
are we talking
I got?
about power bottoms today?
Who?
Power bottoms.
What? No,
Are
I
you
ain't talking
talking?
about no power bottom. What the hell? That shit you into?
I'm asking. That's what I thought. That's what the title of the show was.
No.
What's the title of the show?
I was telling about being on the bottom, but man, get your hands together. I don't know damn power bottom. And I wish somebody would come in and say something. I'm like, get your power bottom ass. I'm flipping their ass. Now y'all come in with that bullshit today and see what happens. I'm flipping y'all ass. I make a whole futuristic video AI on your ass. Think I'm playing.
Look,
Don't talk shit to Gary.
Look at your screen. I'm gonna show you what Commander said. Look what Commander said.
My wife said, be nice to Gary.
No,
Don't
look
be
what
nice to
Commander
Gary.
said.
Oh, I like
No.
that.
Hold on. Look at what Commander said. Read what Commander said.
Thought the same thing. Okay, Commander. Now, see, Commander, I was trying to take it from you last night. When Rachel got your ass. We don't want to tell everybody what alpha turkey means. Okay?
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry.
Nah. We want to talk about the alpha turkey that Rachel found yesterday? Meaning the alpha turkey? Did you see? Man, Rachel, they were going crazy, Commander. Commander's like, and my word, boys, y'all got me fucked up. That's what they really laughed. See, I can't start no show like this. I ain't even gonna have no real show, bro. I'm gonna be talking shit from the beginning now. Y'all done got me going, bro.
Yo, when
Very beginning.
I glimpsed at it, I'm like, this. What is he talking about? Bottom power bottom? Is that power bottom? No,
Ain't nobody say nothing about taking advantage of being on the bottom. What is wrong with y'all, man? Get y'all mind together.
Commanders waving the right flag. The generals, she's surrendering.
I'll make a gobble gobble song. Don't worry.
Gobble gobble, donkey punch.
Nah, that was all Gary. That wasn't even me.
No.
He said it, I gotta clip it. He said that just so I can clip it. That's why he did that.
Yo, this guy's crazy, y'all. Listen, man. Yeah, look, I'm trying. Listen, he's already late. We gonna get him over on that side. He's talking about something, taking advantage of the bottom. That's what he says the title is. If I messed it up, I ain't mess it up because you
How
know.
you gonna add power to it and all that? Power bottom, man. What is a power bottom?
What?
A power bottom.
Oh,
No,
you better,
Gary said I'm doing the show on power bottoms.
you better Google it. Ask
I don't
TD,
know what power bottom is. She got
ask
kids.
TD Jakes.
She said I'm foreign. I don't know.
That's it, Mrs. Word. You stay. You stick to that story.
I taught her what plausible deniability is. So I use my blindness. She used her foreignness.
That's right. I don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She said she's not American made. Google it. She said Google it, bro.
Mm-hmm. I ain't putting that in my browser. Mm-hmm.
Put it on your phone. Power.
No, somebody hacked me. Like he's looking at power bottom. I ain't that damn nosy. That's y'all be damn nosy.
They
want to know everything.
I don't want to know what that. Well, I heard about it. I'm like, oh wow. Look, they go after you do power bottom, you're gonna hear close the door. Just close.
Man, if
the door.
somebody
Shut the door.
Power and bottom, I'm like, conversation ended. I'm good. I am good, bro. I don't care what you do for your.
I hope James come up. If you ask James what power bottom is, if he come up there, just ask James what power bottom.
Nah, I dare you to ask Melody what a power bottom is. Ask the Fox.
I don't know. I be missing her. I think she do that on purpose. I'm going in my conspiracy mode. She do that on purpose. But I don't be there, she'll pop up. If I'm there, she never pops up. Never.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know why.
You know, throw some holy water on her or something.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't even explain now. I ain't do nothing, Commander. Don't do that.
I'm about to go out.
Matter of fact, we taking this over to the Words channel, y'all. Don't pay us no mind. We going over there to the Word. He's actually late. He's supposed to start at 3 minutes ago.
Bro,
but
I'm black. I got an additional 15 minutes.
Oh shit! They always late. They always late, but to their own funeral. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, but I can say it because I'm not complaining.
I'm gonna be late to I told her this is my shit in my will, bro. Make me late to my own funeral. It's in my will. I want the hearse. I want everybody in church chilling. Like, where this motherfucker at? Always got I'm gonna be late to the damn gone, literally. I'm gonna be late to my own cremation. Watch.
Oh man, y'all so silly. But look, I'm gonna transition back to sports because this was the night of the NBA playoffs. Game 2 of the.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Game 2 of the New York Knicks versus Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons tied the series up at 1 apiece with 100-94 win in the Garden. I believe Game 3 is Thursday. Back in Detroit, where my guys from. Shout out to the Pistons. They came out and secured a 1-1 game in the series, except the best of 7 series. And the game that just ended tonight, the Los Angeles Clippers redeemed themselves to also tie the series at 1 apiece with what's the score? A 105-102 win in Denver. I believe Game 3 will be Thursday as well. Yeah, it will be Thursday as well in Los Angeles. I'm gonna get back to the hockey situation. I gotta give you the hockey scores, guys. I'm slacking on that. The playoffs has started, but I've been slacking. We've been trying to cover the WrestleMania and the WWE in totality, and I give like little highlights of or scores and updates in the NBA. I'm gonna get on to the Stanley Cup playoffs as well for those of you that follow that. But with that being said, y'all go on ahead and head over to the Word channel. He's going, well, we was over here playing. He might be on peanut butter petty time early and often. But before we get to that, we do have great conversations, life, things of that nature to make us a better version of ourselves. That's part of the Channel 9 and the 9 we trust anyway. But speaking of the Channel 9, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Mr. 33. He's signing off. He will be back Friday with some more information about SmackDown, what's going on with the WWE in totality. We'll update you on NXT on Tuesday. And of course, the NBA and NHL playoffs. With that being said, Mr. 33 signing off from the Channel 9 studio. See you Friday, everybody.